What is going on, my broskies? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. Now, this information kind of like slid under the radar. Not really too many people kind of realized that this was happening, but there was an announcement in-game. There was a data download for a new SUGO-FEST that's going to be dropping. Now, I get it. We're getting like a bunch of SUGO-FEST back-to-back, and look, we do know, or at least we pretty much should be confirming with the fact that there should be a third part to this anniversary celebration. They did confirm that in the official reveal when they first revealed Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and Kizaru. They did say that this celebration would be split into 3 parts. Part 2 just started the other day with Saint J. Garcia, Satin, and Bonnie. So we are expecting a part 3 to drop. So I can understand why people would be hesitant to look at another SUGO-FEST. And when I first heard that there was going to be this Rumble SUGO-FEST, my initial reaction to all of this was that this SUGO-FEST is just going to be a complete bait. However, after doing some reading, this SUGO-FEST looks a lot better than what I initially had thought. So let's break down this SUGO-FEST and ultimately determine whether or not it is worth your time, okay? So this is actually starting tonight. So when this video comes out, tonight, as of the day of this video coming out, this SUGO-FEST drops. It's here until June 11th, so you've got about 2 weeks to go ahead and pull on it if you do choose to do so. Let's go ahead and read this and break it down for you guys. So it says, in response to feedback received from the first Assault Rumble event, Assault Rumble Celebration SUGO-FEST is underway with characters that are effective in Assault Rumbles returning. In this SUGO-FEST, legends will have 10% chance to appear, which is pretty good. I think in normal Rumble banners, I think it's 5%, so doubling the chance of getting a legend. It also says that in this SUGO-FEST, all Pirate Rumble SUGO-FEST only characters made before the debut of May 2nd are going to be appearing, plus the pool of recruitable characters is limited to 20 legends, 38 rare recruits, and 38 rare recruits that are effective in Assault Rumble. So the pool of limited characters is far more restrictive compared to what it is on normal banners. And the characters that are available on this banner are wild, just characters you wouldn't normally see be boosted on an Assault Rumble, well, just on a Rumble banner in the first place. All Pirate Rumble characters, SUGO-FEST only characters, in this SUGO-FEST will be recruited at max level, max Rumble special, max Rumble ability, and max sockets. Additionally, all wanted posters on the 3rd and the 8th multi-pool are guaranteed to be Pirate Rumble characters. Now, even though it does say Pirate Rumble SUGO-FEST only characters, that doesn't mean Pirate Rumble Legends, by the way. If it says Pirate Rumble SUGO-FEST only characters, it means any character that is only pullable on a Rumble banner, which is very, very good. So you have 2 of these multis on multi 3 and multi 8 that are guaranteed to just have a full stack of Rumble units, which is pretty crazy. I don't think we've ever seen anything like this before. So it goes through the step details here. 1st, 2nd, 4th, 6th, 7th, 9th is a guaranteed legend. That's okay. Then we've got the 3rd and the 8th, which, as we mentioned, every poster is guaranteed to be either a Rumble Rare Recruit or a Rumble Legend. Then you've got the 5th pool, which is a Pirate Rumble SUGO-FEST only, SUGO-FEST exclusive. So this specifically means on multi 5, you're guaranteed to get a Rumble Legend. Then you've got multi 10, which is a limited pool legend. Now, the reason why this is kind of cool is because the amount of available legends here, you just don't normally see on a Rumble banner. So it's going to go through the characters that are boosted here. So these are the Rumble legends that are actually going to be available to be pullable on this banner. So it means if you get one of those steps where it's like a guaranteed Rumble legend, these are the characters that you can get. Now, in terms of which ones are actually good, which are the ones that actually see active play? Let's start from here. Now, I don't think Pika is that great. He is focused on Driven and Fighter characters, if I remember correctly. Let me just go ahead and pull him up real quick. Yeah, he boosts Driven and Fighter, and he doesn't really do a whole lot. I don't really see this guy being too great until we get a little bit more support for Driven and Fighter and Pirate Rumble, so I wouldn't say he's great. This guy, though, is very good. He definitely makes quick teams way more competitive than what they were before his release. The good thing about this guy is the way that I kind of see it, he's kind of like a quick version of S-Hawk. So he targets himself for blow 8% up, that's whatever, 8 or more quick characters if you have 8 or more quick units on your team, 100% chance to remove team's attack down, and then targets 3 high defense enemies for 2.2 damage that ignores defense. That's an incredible ability, guaranteed to hit 3 targets for 2.2 is really good. And then the rumble ability giving quick teammates blow away defense, and then further blow away percent up. And then also if you have 60% or more HP, level 8 attack increase. The rumble ability is relatively redundant when you have an absurdly powerful special as good as this. So that's massive, right? So he's really good. Sentomaru, in my opinion, is kind of like a filler unit for your strength teams. Just perfectly acceptable. Nothing too crazy, but not awful either. This guy's very good. Avalu Pizarro, I still haven't pulled him since he came out. The good thing about him is that he buffs both Free Spirit and Powerhouse. So Free Spirit historically have been up and down at times in Pirate Rumble, and this definitely helps them out and giving them some nice support. This is a great unit for Powerhouse focused teams, and the good thing about this guy as well, he's a Dex unit. You can build a very solid Dex and Powerhouse combination squad, especially if you're utilizing Rumble Rare Recruit Pell. Great combination there. And then he's got a 25 CT special that allows you to debuff your opponents, giving them special bind and CT related stuff. Like, he's really, really good. So Avalu Pizarro is just a great unit to debuff your opponents. Esper is a character that's seen some decent usage here and there. A character that has a relatively low cooldown, does decent damage, can force out a character, which is quite good. The only real problem with Esper is you need to run a team without any int characters, and you can run him on shooter teams, or you can run him on side teams. Now, S-Shark, pretty forgettable. No one really runs this guy. This guy is arguably the best Rumble unit in the game, up there definitely for sure, and this guy just does way too much damage. I mean, what does he do, right? Targets 3 enemies for 2.5 damage that goes through defense. He also can heal himself and give himself defense. The Rumble ability is perfectly acceptable. It's nothing too crazy, but it does give Slasher teammates defense and speed, which is great. He gives HP to int characters, so this guy's really strong. Just by far and away, one of the most valuable units you can have in a Pirate Rumble team. You can even use him on teams where he isn't really receiving full buffs, because the amount of damage that he does with his special is just purely absurd. Very, very good character. And then the last 3 here, Page 1, forgettable. Kuzan, pretty forgettable, but he did receive a 6+ in level limit break, which does make him much better. So you could use him on a quick team, for instance. And then you've got Garp. Garp is okay. You can use him as like a 20 cost bench character to enable the additional effect of 10th Anniversary Ace, allowing you to get further special CT increase for your Dex team. That's predominantly what I use him for, but fighter teams are really not that great right now, which does kind of hurt him. And of course, the good thing about all these units specifically is they're all 20 costs, so they're very easily injectable into any Rumble team that you want. So these are not the only characters that are available. We've got the Anniversary exclusives. They're chucking in Anniversary exclusive characters onto a Rumble banner. This is wild. So out of these ones, S-Snake, I haven't really found that great, honestly, in Pirate Rumble. Just okay. But then you've got Katakuri Big Mom and Kaido and Alba. Those two characters together, insanely good on a powerhouse/driven focus teams, especially if you have crazy high investments into these units. Their Super Rumble special, they're just so absurd. It does so much damage. You can say the same thing for Roger Rayleigh Gaban. We mentioned a little bit earlier about how Free Spirit have been up and down in terms of how good they've been in Rumble over the years. And if you do have Roger Rayleigh Gaban at level 150, their Super Rumble special is literally one of the best specials in the game. It just does so much damage, and if you launch that Super Rumble special, you are likely going to win that game. It just does so much. And then you also have Hancock, Nami, and Robin. Characters pretty good. Then they super evolve and you get their investments. They're also a very good Rumble character. So the fact that these are all available too is quite good. That's nice to see. And then you have some TM legends. Treasure map legends are also available. Now the big thing there, obviously, Nami and Karina. I think most people would agree with the fact that this is like a top 10 best unit in the game's history. This unit is just absurd. Very, very good in normal content. Dupe dropping captain, insane utility, gets access to pretty good support effects as well. And then in Pirate Rumble, probably the #1 unit in Pirate Rumble would be up there, like at least top 3, I think, in most people's opinions, like a top 5. This character is so good. Just a great utility, Rainbow Rumble ability, and then a special that just provides so much disruption on your opponent's side of the field. It's such a low cooldown as well. It's such an absurd special ability. So Nami, Karina are god tier. Then you got the other ones. You've got Kobe here. Honestly, I don't even remember too much what Kobe's all about. He buffs fighter and Psy units, so good with the Galaxy Impact Garp. Large range, 5,000 fixed damage, targets fighter teammates for an attack increase, targets team for a 10% CT reduction, target one teammate with 100% maxed CT for haste. He works well with Galaxy Impact Garp, but like honestly, you're not going to be using Kirby all that much. In normal content, Kirby is very good for other treasure map fights, so keep that in mind. And then we have Buggy. This is also another character that I don't have. In normal content, he's pretty okay. And then in his Rumble, he gives buffs to strength and shooter teammates. Level 8 CT increase is really high. And then Dex and Slasher enemies, level 5 CT decrease. That's very, very cool. And then a special ability, 30 CT, targets one enemy with high CT for a 60% delay. And then strength and shooter teammates get level 5 speed up for their CT. And then gives himself a 10% HP reduction. So he cuts his health, but buffs your team, debuffs one target. Okay. I can see how he can kind of work. The fact that he's a 55 cost character really hurts him. If this was a 20 cost unit, oh my god, this character would be amazing. But still, that very high special CT is probably the reason you would use him. But I don't see too many people utilize that Buggy all that often in Rumble fights. So there's that, and then you also have Bonnie and Galaxy Impact Garp. Galaxy Impact Garp, phenomenal character for side teams, just does a ton of damage, and then when he dies, automatically launches his special again. Just really cool character. Bonnie is very good if you have her with her super evolution and level limit break investment. Very good for int teams, but outside of that, doesn't really see much play. So these are all of the legends that are actually pullable on this banner, which is pretty good for a Rumble banner. And then you've got the limited pool legend step, and then you've got all the Pirate Rumble rare recruits that are currently available. Now, we're not going to go through all these Rumble rare recruits. Some of them are very good, some of them not so much. And then you also have this pool of generic rare recruits. These are the only rare recruits, by the way, that you can pull. So normally on banners, it shows you characters that are like rate boosted, and then every other character is also pullable. What they're saying is that these characters that you see on this screen, these are the only characters you can pull on the SUGO-FEST. That's it. So it's a very restricted pool, so you got a decent shot at getting something that you actually need, something that you actually want. But of course, it really is up to you at the end of the day. The fact that the third pool, guaranteed to get a full list of Rumble units. If you get a red poster in the middle on 3 or 8 multi, you're guaranteed to get a Rumble legend, which is pretty sick as well. So overall, I do think that people are going to ask that question, you know, should I even be pulling on this banner? Now, I feel like if you are a new player, this banner is actually really good to set yourself up to build really good Pirate Rumble teams. However, I think it is more important to save gems for the Super SUGO-FEST, because getting those Super SUGO-FEST exclusives is actually going to help you clear content in the game, whereas pulling these Rumble units, yes, some of them are good outside of Rumble, but I feel like you should probably, you know, use your gems more conservatively on those Super SUGO-FEST banners rather than send them onto this banner right here. But what I would say is that if you're a new player or a returning player, you don't have very good Rumble teams, and you have those gems to spare, going back over here and pulling is not a terrible idea. One thing to note, we mentioned earlier about Part 3 of this Super SUGO-FEST celebration. We don't know when they're going to reveal Part 3 of the celebration. If they reveal Part 3 of the celebration and we see what the new unit or units are before this banner leaves, you can determine at that point, hey, you know, these units are not very good, I don't really want these units, then you can come back and pull on this banner. You have until June 11th to pull, so what I would probably do, wait and see, feel it out, see if they reveal Part 3 before that point, and then you can make that decision up until that point. But, you know, if you don't have great Rumble teams, this banner is actually kind of insane. Even just doing 3 multis to get, you know, the 2 guaranteed legends and then the multi full of Rumble units, I think that's going to hold you in good stead. But it is up to you at the end of the day. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, though. If you did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.